What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again, guys. We have a 2025 Alex Bowman Ally Chevrolet in the studio. Bowman fans rejoice. We finally have this diecast. Let's hop to the review. All right, folks, here we go. Closer look at today's diecast. And the one thing that I've noticed about this car is the renders of it don't do it any justice. You would think it's just a normal gloss black car with some purple stripes on the side. No, there's actually a ton of different designs and things around the car that you really can't see. So we'll be taking a closer look at that and all the detail that a lot of people probably didn't even know is on this paint scheme. Get Alex Bowman right there. You have the 2025 box design. Finally, all four of the Hendrick cars paint schemes are available. Larson, Elliott, Byron, now Bowman. You can get them over there at Circle B Diecast. Make sure to tap in with that promo code. Don't have to, but hey, who doesn't want to save on shipping, fellas? Get the other side of the box. Really like these 2025 box designs. Very clean, very modern, and yes, there's some color to it, which is always a W. Let's go ahead and get the diecast carefully out of the box. All right, folks, here we go with today's diecast review, and I am excited for this one, man. Finally, we get the Alex Bowman Ally car in studio, and take a look at the hood portion of the diecast. You know these little random logos and all kinds of stuff? This was what I was talking about. The renders, this is all you kind of seen. It was, just a standard black paint job, but I think the render didn't have any of the detail really shown up close. I saw this on one of the onboard cams during the early races in 2025, and I noticed the back bumper of the car and all the little details to it. I'm like, wait, what? I had no idea this was on the diecast, and sure enough, it is. So we get to enjoy that today here in the review, which I think definitely helps the paint scheme, because at first I was thinking, maybe they could have added a little bit more, but seeing the extra detail is really cool. That's exactly what it needed. You got Bowman right there on the front windscreen. You have the Ally logo. Go to the front of the diecast, and you kind of have this purple stripe with a little bit of some pink outlining to it. Really cool stuff. The purple does have a gradient to it. It's not one solid color. You have 48 right there with the Sunoco. You have the Hendrick Motorsports decal there. Go to the left side of the diecast. Now, one thing that you can notice is the shark fins are now duplicated on it, which is pretty cool. And the American ethanol ring is no longer on the diecast. Some of the earlier releases for 2025 still had the American ethanol ring, as that was kind of a late subtraction for the series. But man, look at that dual shark fin. That is so freaking cool. I'm so glad they added that. You have the 48 right there with the Ally colors. Do it right. A little bit of a retro, it kind of reminds me of like the NHRA cars from like the 70s or something, the little side designs. That's what it kind of reminds me of. You get the Ally logo in the background. You can see like just a very faint gradient effect as it kind of sweeps through the left and rear quarter panels. HendrickCars.com. Wait. HendrickCars.com? Was that always on the Ally cars? That's pretty cool. You have Alex Bowman right there, which I enjoy how it has the pink and the white. That looks pretty cool. Valvoline, you have your B-Post decal, which has Chevrolet, Exalta, Cincinnati Industries, I think that's Freightliner, Mack Tools, and Simeons. Goodyear, Cup Series. Go to the back panel of the diecast, and you can really see that gradient design to it, or not gradient design, but just kind of a background effect to it. Just really cool. I love how they did that. Very reminiscent of like action sports. If you pay attention to like the X Games or rally cross racing, you'll see a lot of designs and artworks like that, like the Red Bull, the Monster Energy, even the Rockstar drinks. You'll see a lot of little creative background designs that are very modern. They're very popular with action sports, which for those who don't know what that is, that's like BMX or skateboarding and stuff like that. That's what it really reminds me of. I love like the action sports designs you'll see at the X Games. It's just really cool. 48 right there. Ally Do It Right. Chevrolet Valvoline. Get the Z01. Go to the right side of the diecast here. Now, the question begs, which is the best Ally paint scheme for Alex Bowman? I still think 2021 is probably my favorite because it had the metallic purple, and I'm just a sucker for metallic paint jobs. I can't help it, right? I grew up with a lot of metallic paint jobs during the NASCAR Cup Series days, so those always make me happy. But my second favorite one I would probably say is 2024. This one's really nice. I like it because it has a lot of detail to it. If it didn't have that, I don't know how I would truly feel about it, but the detail really makes this paint scheme stand out. Like, I love this. Like, you have a little hint of the purple and the pink. You have the crazy design up here. You have the white 48 with the dark background. Just really stands out. Ally Do It Right. Bowman on the back window. And then you have Ally Do It Right once again on the deck lid. You know, I don't think Bowman and Ally get nowhere near enough credit. Like, every week he runs the Ally car, right? A lot of people say that, well, oh, Larson needs to run more alternates. He runs the same paint scheme every week. Bowman does the same thing, and I love it. I love to see paint schemes once in a while just run the same paint scheme 30 out of the 36 races. I think it's great for the sport because this is how it used to be. I'm just keeping it real. This is how it was almost every single weekend in the 2000s. Your driver probably had the same paint scheme almost. Like, or not every weekend, but like 25 out of the 30 races, most drivers in the 2000s had the same paint scheme. Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, Dale Jr., Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, X, Y, and Z. So the Ally car and the Hendrick car's paint scheme for Larson, both of those are really throwbacks, in my opinion. You know, with some teams, like, I love the Kroger sponsorship that JTG Doherty had, right? Now they're Hayek Motorsports. Literally every single week they had a different paint scheme. So if they're entered in 36 Cup Series races, and then I don't think the All-Star and the Busch Clash are considered the 36. I could be tripping on that, but pretty much like 36 different paint schemes every year. That's crazy, but it's true. So it's fascinating how one team will have 1 or 2 liveries each year, and then another team will have 36 different designs. You know, Bowman does run other paint schemes. He traditionally ran one at the Nashville race because it was sponsored by Ally. He'll run a couple alternates each year, but for the most part, I really like how he keeps one paint scheme and runs with it. I like that. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to quickly show the other Hendrick paint schemes that recently dropped. So just in case maybe you're curious, maybe you haven't saw them yet, they look really, really cool. Check this one out. Chase Elliott Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet Camaro. That one just dropped. How about the HendrickCars.com paint scheme right here in the studio? All 3 of these just recently dropped. And for you William Byron fans, no, I didn't forget you. Your diecast actually came out, I think, in like early March or late February. So you've been having a pretty good year. You won the Daytona 500. You got your diecast out early. Unfortunately, the other ones had to wait around. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Anyways, thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Diecast Buffet signing off.